Hey, what up, comic book fam? You already know it's the best day of the week. It's New Comic Book Day. This week we got some heavy hitters coming out of Marvel, DC, Image. We got some stuff coming out of Mad Cave. So, and whatever else we can find, So let's go ahead and get to it. Can't wait. All right, comic book fam. So we're getting back from our local LCSs. Shout out to Collected and the Multiverse, and we got ourselves a mighty stack. This week is full of bangers. So without further ado, went ahead and picked up the Power Fantasy issue number 10 by Karen Gillian with Casper Wingard on the art. And this is probably one of my favorite ongoing series right now. This is such an interesting examination of the superhero comic. Really love all the artwork, just how philosophical and almost existential the whole series is. And I just really like the characters too. Really great writing, awesome series, probably one of my favorites. The next thing I picked up here is Planet Death issue number 1. And this is pretty interesting. So I went ahead and picked up issue 0 whenever it first came out, and I thought it was fantastic. It was a really great setup, and basically this is just following a soldier behind enemy lines on an alien planet after we just got wrecked. So I'm really looking forward to this right here. So it looks super cool, very violent, and it has some great talent here too. It has some of the creators from John Wick, so really looking forward to this. Next, we have issue number 8 of Batman Dark Patterns. This is Dan Waters and Hayden Sherman. Hayden Sherman is quickly becoming one of my favorite artists working right now. I think his art and especially his paneling is fantastic. Really love the creative choices that he makes. And I've been really liking the more grounded take on Batman in his early years. Really enjoying the work by Dan Waters as well. Right now, this is the 3rd arc. So each arc consists of 3 issues. So really looking forward to this right here. Next, I went ahead and picked up issue number 1 of Gotham by Gaslight, A League for Justice. So this is an Elseworlds tale. Gotham by Gaslight basically asks the question, what if Batman was in the 1800s, like around there? And this, they had a continuation, the Kryptonian Age, which unfortunately I wasn't able to pick up, but I'm looking forward to the trade. So I went ahead and saw that this was their version of like a Justice League. So here we got Batman, we got Cyborg, it looks like we got Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern. Really looking forward to this. I'm guessing this is the Flash as well. So I'm really intrigued to see what they're gonna do here with this. Next, I picked up Absolute Superman issue number 9 by Jason Aaron. Jason Aaron has been killing it lately with Bug Wars, and I've been really enjoying Absolute Superman as well. I really like the more, how do I say, like, working man, working class interpretation of Superman. Really like what he's been doing with his suit, really liking what he's doing with the characters. The Absolute line has been fantastic, so I cannot wait to get into issue number 9. Issue number 8 kind of left us on a cliffhanger, so I'm very intrigued to see how they're going to resolve that right there. Next, we have issue number 2 of Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. So this is their first crossover in the Ultimate Universe. So Miles is jumping into the jumping into the new Ultimate Universe, not his old one, but the new one. And it's pretty interesting to see his characters, to see how, by comparison, Miles has progressed past some of these newer characters that they're just getting their fresh start here. But really like the first issue. I feel like Peter was a little bit out of character, not gonna lie. But I'm really enjoying the series so far. So cannot wait to see what they're gonna get up to on this one. Next, I went ahead and picked up It's Jeff, Infinity Pause, issue number 1. Please don't judge me. I just thought this was cute. I thought it was cool. I like Jeff. I think he's a pretty fun character, and I really like, let's see here what they're doing with this. It looks like this is gonna be like a crossover event, so can't wait to get into this one. Next, I went ahead and picked up issue number 1 of Predator, Black, White, and Blood. So I'm a big Predator guy. Was a really big fan of the movies, especially the original and Predator 2. And I really liked what they've been doing with Prey as well. So I'm on a Predator fix right now. So I saw that this series was coming out and I just had to pick it up. It's like a lot of fun. Next, I went ahead and picked up The Killer, Affairs of the State, issue number 2. And I liked the first issue. I'm not gonna lie, the character, he's a little unlikable sometimes, but I think that the overall, the art, the writing, and the action is pretty good. I really like the series so far. I didn't get to read the original run, but I'm digging this second run that they're doing here. So it's kind of interesting me to go back and read the first volume. So really looking forward to getting into this one right here. Next, we have Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. And this is Rite of Spring. This is gonna be by Patrick Horvath, who did the original run. And I actually really liked it, Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. It was really cool, pretty dark, surprisingly dark in a lot of ways. But I like that commitment, to horror, stuff like that. And this series supposedly is taking place in the future, a few years after the first series. So, with more modern technology, we're gonna see how our killer gets away with stuff. She's gonna find that things are probably not as easy as they were originally. So I'm intrigued to see how that's gonna go. Next, we got Free Planet number 3 coming out of Image. I've been liking the series so far. I like the premise, of trying to fight for a free planet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep this on my pull list since it's been pretty interesting so far. So really digging it. Next, we have Wild Animals issue number 1 out of Mad Cave. Not gonna lie, I know nothing about this. I saw the cover, I thought that was pretty cool, and respectfully, Mad Cave has been killing it lately. I think that they've been doing a really great job with their series. So I'm going into this one blind, but I find that that's usually the best way to discover stuff. So can't wait to get into this one, let you guys know my thoughts. Next, we have Slash's Apprentice number 3, also coming out of Mad Cave. And this has been an interesting series so far. It's a different premise than what you're usually used to seeing. So it's very rare that somebody you follow the steps of somebody that's wanting to inherit the legacy of a, prolific, monster such as this, for lack of a better word. But yeah, it's been a pretty intriguing series so far. So keeping this one on my pull list for now. Issue number 3. And next we have issue number 2 of Blood Type. So this was a spin-off off of, I believe, Epitaphs of the Abyss, coming out of Oni Press. So EC Entertainment, this is a sub-label of Oni Press. And Blood Type issue number 1 was pretty good. The main character, she's a monster, man. She's a vampire, of course, but man, she just does not care about humans. So it's very fun to see such a almost alien perspective, from this series. So she just doesn't care about stuff. She doesn't care about anything. She just wants to munch. So I really like the island premise as well. And issue number 1 was off to a great start. So can't wait to get into this one as well. Man, I told myself that I was only gonna get a couple of things, and as per usual, I usually end up with a lot more than what I bargained for. But this week looks spectacular. I would say probably my top reads to get into are gonna be the Power Fantasy, Planet Death, and Batman Dark Patterns. So these have been some of my favorites so far. Really, really loved the Power Fantasy, really liked Planet Death, and Batman Dark Patterns. I feel like it's a sleeper, man. It's a real sleeper hit. I really love a grounded take on Batman. Not the biggest fan of the almost supernatural, almost like meta-human take on Batman that they've been going for recently. But yeah, cannot wait to get into these. So this is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a great week. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for joining me. If you guys have any recommendations or if you just have any thoughts on what I'm reading here, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. And I hope that y'all have a great rest of your day. Y'all take care.